Hey everyone, remember when I played this 2 or 3 years ago and said I was going to do every level and never finished it? Well, I just remembered about that today, so I'm going to make that same promise again. Gonna do every level and totally finish it this time. Let's go. That's, hopefully I can stick to my promises better this time. That's the dream. I did this wrong way. Oh well. Let's, I'm gonna hope I can actually keep to my promises. I think I made it to what? Level 45 last time? Something like that. Like I made it about a third of the way through the game, I think. Something like that. Well, almost. Because there's 149 levels. So, almost. Not quite, but pretty close. Also, the music for this game is really buggy and not working properly. So, don't be surprised if it's a little bit weird. Or, actually, you know what? I think a better idea would be to, not put the music in. I know what I'll do instead. I'll just overlay the music under this afterward. I'll just get the music files separately, because when I play them, it's fine, but when I play them with the game, it's bad. So I need to make sure that it's not bad, because I don't want it to be bad. I want to listen to the music. Unfortunately, I won't be able to listen to the music while recording, but oh well. That's fine. Could be worse. Could have no music at all. I would not like that at all. I need to, oh, right, hold on, I need to go up here. Man, I have so many memories with this game, just after school every day, trying to beat one level at a time at least. Like, what I remember after I got to like level 60 something, my goal was to beat one level a day. Because I didn't know how many levels there were. So I was like, well, I can beat one level per day, and then I should be done by like the end of the year. Even though it was, I think it was in January I did that. Whoops, I was not thinking at all right there. That's not how that works. Actually, you know what? I should probably explain the game for those of you who don't know how it works. How the game works is, I am this character known as Chip McCallahan, and I am trying to get through this puzzling, what's it called? What's the thing? The clubhouse. This clubhouse. One level at a time because Chip wants to join the nerd club. That's what he wants. So he has to go through this game one level at a time to hopefully be able to join the Bitbusters Club. Because there's a girl in the club called Melinda that he has a crush on, and he wants to be in the club to be around her, I guess, more. Oh man, I remember a lot of this stuff from way back when I played this so long ago. Like, I remember having so much trouble on that ice part right there. So much trouble on it. And so what I did is I ended up taking a piece of graph paper, and I was gonna draw the whole thing out, but it was too big and didn't fit on the screen. So what I did instead is every time I made a move, I would mark it down on the paper. And every time I died, then I would just go back one step and try a different way, until eventually I got it right. And then I made sure to memorize that, and now I can just do it. I could probably do it blindfolded. As long as I would probably have to go a bit slower, because I don't know exactly when I hit the tiles, but I could eventually do it right. Oh wow. Sorry, I'm just looking back and forward on my main screen and on the recording, and man, on the recording, this looks way better. Like, if I look on the recording, and I look at this, it looks like the original graphics, but when I play it, it's like almost faded out, kind of. I don't know if that's a Windows 7 thing, because yeah, I'm recording this on a virtual computer. because I don't. This game does not work on Windows 7 because I have 64-bit Windows, and this is a 16-bit program. It doesn't work that way. Oh, right. So, oh shoot, I don't remember how this one works. I gotta go this way? Oh. I should explain how the game works. The goal of the game is to get all the chips in one level, as you can see by the chips left indicator on the right. And then after that, you need to find I think it's the exit port, that blue thing right there, that thing. That's what I need to find. But before that, usually there's a socket that I have to touch and go through before I can get to the end. However, you cannot go through that socket unless you have 0 chips left. Oh, Trinity. Oh, this used to be one of my favorite levels. I still think this is a really good level in terms of level design, but I wouldn't put it in my favorite. I would put it in my top 10, though. I think I go down here. Yeah, some of these early levels I have memorized, so I'll just be able to breeze right through them. But, back to how the game works again, because I should probably finish explaining that at least before the first part of this series is over. I am lost. Okay, anyway. There are 8 different types of things you can pick up in the levels, as indicated by these bars under the chips left. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And what you need to do is, I think, there are different color keys. I don't remember what order they're in. But there's yellow keys, blue keys, red keys, and green keys. And in stages, there can be blue locks, yellow locks, red locks, and green locks. And every key will open its specific lock. Also, there are 4 different boots. There's the flipper, there's the ice skate, there's the fire boot, and the suction boots. Yeah, suction boots. I always forget that one specifically. And those allow you to traverse different terrain without being affected by it. For example, I can swim in the water because I have the flipper. Or if I go like this, I just slide along, and I can't do anything about it. If I get the ice skate, bam, I don't have to keep moving. I need to go get the fire boot before I can show that one off. Normally, if you touch the fire, like I did in the previous level, you'll burn to a crisp, because you can't do that. Fire hurts. Lesson learned. But if you get the fire boot, you can stand on it and be fine. Ah, here's the red key. However, there is also a special tile in the game known as the thief tile. He will take all of your boots. Not your keys. Your keys are safe, but all of your boots will be taken. And then you can't step on those things anymore without getting burnt. If you step on fire, you'll get burnt. If you stepped in water, you'll drown because you can't swim without the flipper. Ice will make you slide, and force floors will push you along, and you can't stop yourself. That's the green tile under me right there. That tile will forcefully put you in the direction that it is facing. So if you get the suction boot, you can step on it like a normal tile. And the goal is to get to the end. Look at this one, 652 chips left. This is gonna be fun. And down here we have some friends. Gotta be careful about those. Whoop. I remember struggling with this one so much. Because I was trying to take the chips down there that blocked the enemies, and my dad just came over and he said, "Why don't you just not take those chips? They can't go through them." And then after that I was like, oh, you know what? That's a good idea. Well, because, oh no, at first I said, but I need to get them eventually, so why wouldn't I just get them now? And then he said, why don't you try getting all the other chips first? Maybe there's extras. Turns out, yeah, there's extras. And you should listen to your dad, because he's probably played and beat the level before. That's probably how he knew it. So, lesson learned. When you're playing a game in the 90s, and your dad is there watching you play and giving you advice, you should take the advice. It's probably a good idea. Did they get up here? They didn't get up here. Yep. And that's why you also leave one like kind of barrier of chips on that side, so they can't get to you. Because they can't walk over the chips, but I can, because I'm special. Let's keep going. How far? I think I'm gonna finish this level here, and then end off the episode. But yeah, there's a lot of chips here. This I think this game in particular really gives you a good like kind of tutorial without force feeding you, because this level, well, the first level shows you how keys work. You can't enter a room if you don't have keys, and you can't get to the end of the level if you don't have all the chips, because you can't get through the socket. Things like that. And then this level teaches you that, yeah, there's a lot of chips you need to grab. However, you don't need all the chips to get to the end of the level. There can be extra chips. There's also these yellow spaces with question marks in them that'll give you hints if you stand on them. But like the manual says, you gotta be careful, because while you're reading the hint, the timer still goes down, and if that timer runs out, well, you're gonna have to try all over again. There we go, getting down to the final 20. And see, you go to 0 chips, keep collecting them, nothing happens. It turns... Whoa, that was bad. I was not paying any attention. Alright, so let's just fast forward to the end of this level so I can end the episode right now, because I should be paying a lot more attention. Whoops. There we go, back to 0 chips. So you have to run past them, outrun them, and then... I always love that sound. There we go, and done. So, South Pole. And I will start off with this, this level next time. So, thank you very much for watching, and hope to see you for the next video.